What's at the top of the list for you in order to give your team a competitive opportunity to be in this game in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think we've got to get back to transitions. That's really important. I think that's us taking care of basketball. I think when you're on the road and turning the ball over, the live ball turnovers, so once this team is really difficult to get back to balance the floor. So I think that's first and foremost. And then, us being able to generate good shots. Because I think you're really a good defensive team that really balances the defense and the offense. And I think at the other end of the floor as well, and then we're going to have to be in both cities with those. It's got to be 5 guys. We're going to be able to get into individual matchups.
Your team had a bit of a signature win Friday in the last game, beating Philadelphia the way you did, coming back to knock them off in overtime by 8 points. What did you like that you saw from a feistiness standpoint? It seemed like your team really pulled its back physically in that game.
Well, I think for us, the fact that the game didn't start out great for us, we did a good job moving the ball. We didn't really make very many shots. We got ourselves into the hole. We fought our way back. I thought we played better as the half wore on. The third quarter, I thought we battled. Their talent, they're big, strong, physical. I thought that third quarter they really got stuff done in the basket. But our guys give them credit. They just kept competing and battling. And then I thought Donovan and Chris Paul coming down the stretch played really well in the game. I thought we got a great game from Cam Buford, really from start to finish. So, for me, I think looking back at the game, it was a really team. Everybody contributed.
After your 1 of 7 shooting start, you knocked down 58% of your field goal tries. What's working offensively to generate the good shots you're getting?
We're a team that's going to have to do it with each other. We have to do it with ball movement, with cutting, with spacing. There are sometimes situations where we have a matchup that's really favorable. But more often than not, we're going to have to utilize and rely on each other to help each other. And I think when we do that, that's when we're at our best. And I think that in the game, against Philly, we did a really good job of helping them. I think we found Gallo, just he was open. I think Chris really did a good job of kind of managing the game and picking his spots. They found Terrence when he was open. We had action to the basket, drive to the basket. So we had a little bit of everything. We've got to do a good job moving the player.
That preferred when he's been aggressive offensively, Billy. You guys have been a different team, a much tougher team to guard, a tougher team to deal with. Is that important for you as you looked at tonight in these next 2 games?
Well, we need them shooting and taking shots when they're there. And they started to do it. I think some of the movement, he able to get open and free. He was just kind of sitting on the wall, finding him open and knock down some shots. But I think anytime you're getting contributions from younger guys, especially a guy like Terrence who's a starter, they only hope shots.
One area the Clippers have struggled with this season is guarding the 3-point line. I don't know how conscious you guys are coming in about that. Can you generate some good looks tonight? Do you feel like you can win the game?
Yeah, I think they're a very good defensive team. I think it's probably easy to look at one category and say that maybe they're a little bit deficient in it. But again, they're still finding their way. We're finding our way. They've got a lot of new guys. We've got a lot of new guys. Some guys haven't played with each other yet. So, if you look at them number-wise in this early part of the season, it's a very small sample size. They've been very solid defensively. So, I think for us, besides the 3-point line, it's just a bit of generate good shots.
As a final question, you mentioned Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. They have far and away the highest scoring bench, most productive rebounding bench in the NBA. You've been able to lean on your bench a little bit this season thus far. How important will it be when your starters are out and those guys are in there that you hold home?
Well, it's important. I think that's why they're so good, is because they're deep. And they can play a lot of different people. Obviously, when Williams comes in, he's a guy coming off the bench that, is a lead scorer, even as a starter. I think Montrezl brings a lot of energy to their team, and he's really proven over the last several years to be a really good offensive player in terms of scoring and offensive rebounding. And then they bring Paul back in sometimes with the second unit. That adds another post to their team. So they've got a lot of different pieces and parts that they can play with the second unit that makes them very effective.
Good luck in this challenge, my coach.
Thank you.
It's Billy Donovan, the Thunder and the Clippers, coming up from LA with the starting lineups next. This is Thunder basketball.
Here is Coach, everybody.
Chris and Danilo are 2 of the most savvy, high IQ players in the league. What have you noticed from their connection early on? They've had a couple of really nice moments.
Yeah, I just think that those guys have done a really good job of communicating. I think they do a one-thing for the game. I think they both, see the game from a pure standpoint, so to speak, and what's going on in the game, and I think they can articulate and communicate with one another, to figure out how they're being guarded, what they can maybe take advantage of. And I think the more they're talking, or anybody on the team is talking, I think it always creates chemistry, it creates
You got a new squad. Does it make it easier that you're coaching a semblance of veterans, except Shy, when you infuse this new squad in your philosophy?
We've got a mix, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously Gallo and Chris, are veteran guys, and Steven and guys like Dennis Shooter are maybe in the middle of the prime of their careers. But we've also got a lot of young guys like Shea and Terrence Ferguson and Diallo and DeAndre Burton and Abdul Nader. Nerlens is still relatively young, so we've got a lot of guys that we've got a mixture of some veterans, some guys that have been in the league for a few years, and then so obviously some younger players.
Billy, is Cormier available to you? How did he go through practice, or what was the situation? Is it something that we should be worried about?
No, I'm not. I mean, it's just obviously it's when he gets in the court and does things. It's how he's responding and how he's feeling, but it's not something that we feel like could be long term. So hopefully, I don't know what his availability will be like for tomorrow. But this has kind of been a unique stretch for us because we've had two days before this game, and then we've got 2 days after this back-to-back. So we'll have to see where he's feeling, but we're certainly not going to rush him back, with the way the schedule's positioned right now, and set him back. We want to make sure he's fully healthy.
Billy, what examples jump out to you with what Chris has done so far with the young guys?
I think just time. I think the one thing that I've been really, really impressed with him is everybody only has a certain amount of energy each day. And a lot of times as people, especially in a team environment, you kind of conserve your own energy. And your energy is kind of focused on yourself. And he's got a great ability to give away energy, I would say. And I think the investment he's made in Shea or Baisley or Diallo or any of those guys has really, really been really good for those guys. Because I think when you got a guy that's 14 years in the league and has had the success he's had, it's very easy to sit there and say, you know what, this is really not my job. I'm well past that. Like, they got to figure it out. I just need to focus on myself. And he's never been like that from day one. And I really appreciate it and admire it because he's really a guy that's extremely generous with his time and really, really generous, I think, giving a lot of knowledge of what he's experienced in 14 years.
He said earlier this season that he's internalized, trying to tell himself, when to say something or when to shut up. How do you see him kind of wrestling with this?
I don't really see him wrestling with that. I think that he's got to just be himself. I think like anything else, he's probably, conscientious of. I enjoy it because I'm a coach and he thinks basketball 24/7. And a lot of times, when you're around players, that's kind of like they come in and they're focused on it when they're there. This guy thinks about it all the time, what he's doing with his body and his diet. So I think because he thinks about it all the time, and maybe some of these other guys aren't thinking about it all the time, he can worry about, okay, they need a little bit of a break. But I think the more he's with those guys and he's investing in those guys, the better off it is. Because I think those guys do appreciate the investment he's made in them.
Vert is in his third year now since being that year abroad in Australia. What have you seen from him as far as how he's adapted to the NBA lifestyle, and is it any different from what you have maybe seen in your career from guys who went through the college system?
Well, I think the experience in Australia probably for him, I give him a lot of credit because he came off the bench. The whole entire team wasn't built around him. He had to kind of fit in. He was playing against grown men. He was away from home and around the world. So I think that was probably a great experience for him. Didn't really know what to expect last year because he, finished out his rookie year. And then when Andre went down with his injury, he really stepped in and had an incredible year last year. So he's done a really nice job and continues to get better and improve. And I think he's got a really, really bright future ahead of him just because he's really, really smart. He, I think, picks things up very, very quickly. And obviously he's gotten better and better defensively, and he's certainly hurt to get there.
Really, what's it like being back on the other side of matching up and game planning for ball?
In terms of
just seeing him on the other side now and game planning.
Yeah, I mean, I did it for a while when I first got in the league, but no, I mean, Paul's a great guy. I love being around him. He's a great team guy. He was the same guy every day. I say he was really, really consistent. So, I mean, we've got to prepare for him like anybody else. Obviously, there's a relationship, you know, not only with myself, but with everybody else that was with him for the 2 years that he was here. And he was totally class, totally professional, and you couldn't ask for, you know, anything more. He obviously, you know, last year, I think before he was dealing with those shoulder situations, probably was right there in the thick of it for the MVP. So I'm not surprised at how well he's playing, because he certainly did that with us in the first 50, you know, games of the year. So, you know, obviously a lot to get prepared for him, because he is such a talented and gifted player. And I think the thing I admire most, he plays the game the right way. Like he really reads the game and plays the game the right way, and he could care less about scoring. I've always said this: he's focused on, you know, two things, in my opinion, that are important to him. One, he's focused on his defense, and I think that ignites him. And then I think he's also focused on how does he make the players around him better, the team around him better. And he knows the length and time of the game that he's, because of his talent, is going to overscore. That's never been a priority for him. And I always, as a coach, appreciated that and admired that.